presentation, analysis, and interpretation of data. The majority of this chapter is focused on the research data analysis, interpretation, and presentation. Its conclusions are supported by the data obtained from the respondents' responses to the questionnaires. To respond to the specific questionnaire given in Chapter 1 under the statement of the problem, the data are examined by the researcher's parameters. This qualitative case study examined the practices of the five retired smokers. The researcher gave each of five participants in the study 2 days to respond to our interview questions. The in-depth interview lasted 30 to 60 minutes and covered the reasons why some people smoke cigarettes, why some people use cigarettes as coping mechanism, and why some people still smoke when they are aware of significant costs. Table 1. What are the reasons why people smoke cigarettes? Essential themes, reasons for smoking. Categories. Problem. I was influenced by friends and made it as my leisure. Procedure. I started smoking when I was in junior high school. I was 17 years old then when I stopped smoking in 2022. Source. I bought cigarettes to the nearby stores and buy 5 to 8 sticks of cigarettes a day. Smoking cigarettes are viewed as a negative habit. Because of the negative consequences it can have, including health issues and the dangers associated with some smokers. This can ruin someone's life. Because of bad influencing my friends to use cigarettes, I just wanted to taste and try it. Because I am a farmer, I made it as my leisure until I got addicted to it. I started smoking due to the influence of my friends. Based on the responses of our respondents, the negative influence of friends is one of the reasons people smoke. According to several of our respondents, smoking is something they do for fun and to experience how it feels. I started smoking when I was in junior high school. I was 17 years old then I stopped smoking in 2022. I started at 12 years old. I stopped when I was 17 years old. At the age of 13, I started smoking. As far as I can remember, I started 50 years old and I stopped at the age of 17. I started smoking at the age of 15 and stopped at the age of 55. Based on the responses of our respondents, they began smoking when they were quite young and stopped when they reached adolescence. One of them began smoking in their mid-50s. This demonstrates that smoking may be done at any age, whether you're a child or an adult. When I was just starting to smoke, one pack would last me 3 days, but when I got addicted to smoking, I consumed 1 pack a day. Approximately packs of cigarette is 5 to 8 sticks. Approximately the cigarettes that I am taking every day is 2 to 3 sticks. At the beginning of my smoking, I consumed 5 sticks of cigarette. When I got sick, I only consumed 1 stick a day. At the start, I only smoked 1 to 2 sticks of cigarette. It Table 2. Why some people use cigarettes as a coping mechanism. Essential things. Coping mechanism. Categories. Solution. I control myself and use a different product to deal with it, and also I have inspiration and life. Benefits. It gives me a pleasant feeling and peaceful mind. Result. It made me more healthier and more productive. Coping mechanisms, a method or approaches people to employ to address their issues. The respondent's coping skills may aid in quitting smoking. Smoking addiction makes quitting difficult and time-consuming, However, if we are consistent in making the change, we will be able to live without smoking. Through self-control, I was able to cope up from smoking. I was able to cope up for smoking because I have an inspiration in life. I just stopped smoking and I found an alternative for cigarettes, which is candy and bubble gum. Based on the responses of our respondents, they were able to quit due to their self-restraint and source of motivation. Instead of smoking cigarettes, I've seen that they now pursue or chew candy and bubblegum. One of our respondents claims that he eats candy simply to put something on his mouth, so he can avoid smoking. The satisfaction I get from smoking that I am having fun. It gives me a pleasant feeling and I feel like I'm free for everything. It gives me a pleasant feeling, it relieves my stress and makes me calm. The kind of satisfaction that I am getting from smoking is having a peaceful mind. I don't know the satisfaction is. I only that I want to smoke. While working, I made smoking cigarette as my leisure. Based on the responses of our respondents, once they stopped smoking cigarettes, they observed a new feeling. They claimed that both within and outside of their bodies. They felt terrific. They got a wonderful sense after quitting smoking. They claimed to have experienced peace of mind as a result of their improvements. When I stopped smoking was that I felt good. I noticed that I'm getting stronger and I'm not weak anymore. I thought that if quit smoking cigarettes, it can give me a peaceful life because I don't have a disease that may suffer later. I have noticed that after smoking, I was coughing little bit because I got used to smoking. I observed that I'm not spending my money on cigarettes. I believe that I may stay longer in this way. Based on the responses of our respondents, they feel completely different once they quit smoking. They realize that they were considerably healthier than they were back when they were smoking, and they are now more productive than before. Table 3. Why do some people still smoke when they are aware of significant cost? Essential thing. Categories, reason. Yes, because I can't do anything and I can't stop them from leaving my area, so I just smoke even they are around me. Realization. It's not good for my body anymore, and my parents want me to stop smoking. Advice. For those who still smoke, especially the teenagers, stop smoking as early as possible because it will not do anything good for us. The chosen retired smokers are conscious of their actions. They are aware of the negative effects of cigarette smoking. Being aware of smoking can assist you in quitting. Advice might also assist you in quitting by causing you to reflect and consider smoking. I already know that if I am taking a cigarette around other people, it's harmful too.
Chapter 5: Summary, Conclusion, and Recommendations. This chapter presents the summary of findings that answer the specific problems in Chapter 1, where conclusions are crafted from the result of findings and the recommendations suggested by the researchers.
This study aimed to know the practices of quitting cigarettes of retired smokers. The respondents used in the study were the selected retired smokers from the researchers' place. The case study was proposed and conducted after the COVID-19 pandemic, which impact the quality of smokers taking cigarettes. The researcher comes to conclusion after interpreting and analyzing data on smokers who have stopped smoking and what is the reason why they stopped. The challenge that the respondents encountered are, are uncontrollable addiction to cigarettes due to plenty of sources of cigarettes and public place, including peer pressure of the society. Living in a society where there are smokers is a pressure on someone's life, having the curiosity of trying it. Somehow, the current study discovered that products like candy and gums participate in controlling or preventing cigarettes additionally. Additional, all of the retired smokers said that they are using alternative products to cope with smoking, and this made the step of quitting easy for them. They also they also claim that addiction to a cigarette is hard to prevent and self-control is the best way to end it.
Conclusion. Based on our study, our respondents to quit smoking was successful. All of respondents have different ways to cope with smoking. One of our respondents got sick after he stopped smoking, but as of now, he is in good condition and living a good life. While the rest didn't feel anything but a peaceful mind and obviously good health. The researchers proved that there is many ways to prove smoking cigarette, which are bad for our health of users and people around them. In conclusion, all the respondents share their experiences, thoughts, procedure, reasons, and feelings about they quit smoking. It may be possible to stop smoking and decrease the number of people who wants to try a cigarette, and also the people who are being affected by smoking through smoke are commonly known as secondhand smoking. The research indicates that using products like candies, mint, and gums, an alternative is the one of the most effective ways to cope with smoking. It also reveals that it is easier to quit smoking when you are surrounded by smokers and source public stores and also advertising material. Even though the respondents have different ways to cope with smoking, they all come out with the same result, and that is a successful ending. People need to be informed of the challenges that might encourage them to start smoking to be able to control themselves and also decrease the number of smoking. It is also essential for people to know the bad effects of cigarettes on our body for a purpose of being aware of where and who to stay away from. Developing more disciplined norms and habits will like assist them in preventing usage and addiction to cigarettes. People have natural control over themselves about the challenges they come across, which can help to prove the prevention of being curious about cigarettes.
Recommendation: providing enough guidelines on how to properly handle smoking. Public government can help to control the number of people who is having contact with cigarettes by placing a smoker area that is far from crowded place. All smokers should be informed about the necessities of using cigarette to be able to manage the usage of cigarette. Having a good parent and child relationship as a bridge to choosing a people to socialize to. For teenagers to prevent contact with people who can influence them on using cigarette, there must be parents who will provide advices how cigarette is bad for health. Having a moral support from someone will help teenagers to identify which is helpful and not. In addition, a good relationship between mother and child will improve the chance of preventing his or her life upside down. Lessen the source of cigarette in community. Public stores should not sell cigarettes, especially to teenagers, to decrease the number of smokers. Cigarette advertisement, especially tarpaulins, must not be displayed in shops so that customers won't curious on trying it. For people to not be able to smoke, they should not be exposed to public display who supports cigarette usage. Smoker who wants to quit but can't because of addiction must have programs about prevention on cigarettes. Government should prioritize programs about pretending addiction in product that contains addictive chemicals. To prevent smoking in formal way is more believable than to hear in the other people. In this way, smoker might gain information on how to quit smoking.